Hi, welcome back. Uh, just try and see. Let's say, for instance, you draw it on the wrong plane, and your part orientation is like this. After you've actually drawn it. Okay, you want it to be correct as shown. But when you press isometric or trimetric view, it gives you something that looks like this. Okay, so how do you fix it? How do you orientate it? Um, I'm gonna try and break this sketch, and hopefully it breaks. Hopefully it doesn't break. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but there are certain things that you should know. Is that these things are the sketches are built on top of each other, and it's called parent-child relationship. So whenever you do something that's higher up in the tree, it will affect something that's lower in the tree because you have dependency and stuff. So the logical argument is the following. Let's control. The logic argument is if you draw on the first sketch on the wrong plane, let's say on the top plane, your sketch orientation would look something like this, right? On the top plane, right? When you make it a trimetric view, right? So the argument is the thinking process is, let me reattach my sketch to the correct plane so that I can have it in the right orientation. But that is a lot easier said than done. Okay, so I'm gonna just try and see if I can break it and then fix it again. But so let's say, for instance, this should have been drawn on the top view, right? So the argument is, let me change this to the top view. Let me reattach the sketch to the top view. Okay, so there's the reattach. You only have access to this, or you have access to this when you say, for instance, you don't edit the part. Okay, let's make the sketch external again, right? So the argument is that if I reattach this sketch, if I take the sketch and I put it on the top view, then it will be on the top view. But now the thing is that this sketch is very high up in the tree. It's going to affect everything that's going down here. So you need to be careful in how you approach this. I'll show this way, which is a way to do. This you can do when you're not so far, when you haven't drawn so far. But you don't actually need to do this, but I just want to show you this as well because this is how it's handled in other CAD packages. And I always want to say that um, there should always be a link between NX and other CAD packages, or SolidWorks and other CAD packages, or Inventor and other CAD packages, CATIA and other CAD packages, Solid Edge, and so on and so on and so on. Because when you go and work, you won't always work with a specific CAD package that you are used to, that you were taught at school, but you need to know how certain things will be handled in certain circumstances and certain CAD packages. And this is what I'm trying to show you guys here, because this is in SolidWorks, for instance, you would go and you say you update the existing views, and then you say that put a view normal to something, and you say that this must be your next top view, top view, and then it will orientate it to you in that way. So each CAD package handles it a bit different, but in SolidWorks you can also reattach the sketch to a specific plane, and so on and so on. I'm not familiar with other how they handle it in other CAD packages, but it will probably be in the same type of line. But so in NX, to if you just edit the sketch, there's the reattach sketch, but you don't want to see all of the other features, so let's just edit with rollback, kind of suppressing all those features, and then you'll only have the sketch to work with. So kind of a blank slate. Then you reattach the sketch. So once you reattach the sketch, you can say it should be in an inferred plane, and you can select the top plane. So now it's going to try and put that on the top plane. Right, so now we can see that it should be on the top plane. Okay, of course, depending on the vector orientations of your planes and so on, it will affect whether the sketch will easily reattach or not. But let's have a look and see if that is going to affect stuff. So here we can already see, okay, the sketch is fine, fully constrained. It's just on the top plane, so it's not on the front plane anymore. It's on the top plane, right? Okay. Now let's see what the effect is when you do that. So you can do that, but let's see what the effect's going to be. Yeah, I was hoping. Okay, so now we can see that There you go. But oh, these are suppressed. So you can see that there's some. If you if you if you went a different way, remember I draw this part in a few other ways. So I'm going to suppress this, and if I suppress, okay, you can see that that extrude is actually broken, right? That mirror feature is actually broken, right? If you went to draw it in that specific way, you won't get the right results. You see, so that can be problematic. So as I said earlier, when you reattach a sketch, you should be very careful because it's going to influence the tree downwards. So as you can see, its references are broken here. So you can see that the mirror feature is a parent child of that extrude, and there's some features that's modeled away because of the fact that you reattach the sketch. Okay, so let's just see if we just try and fix it back again. Let's see if I can do this. Take it back again, reattach the sketch. You can specify new planes. In this case, I know I want to just do that one, so I'm just in invert plane. That, just put it back again. Okay. Now we can see that it's back again. Let's see. Again, you see it just messed up everything. Everything is wrong because references are taking from each other and so on and so on. I just hope I can get it back to the state that it was earlier. Okay. Okay, so that's not the smart way to do it, because reattaching a sketch will get you into a lot of trouble because of the fact that you've already done everything. You don't want to start everything from scratch again. You don't want to fix the stuff again. There is one drawback to using this specific thing, and for that I just need to show this datum coordinate system. So here we can see the absolute coordinate system, the orientation of it. So this is the preferred way. This is what I would normally say students must do, so that they don't have to go and worry about fixing the tree. Is just to use the simple command name move object. Right, so you have your object and you can move it, right? And then in this case, you know that you want to move it at a specific angle, right? I'm gonna say I'm gonna rotate it around that one, and then you can see that you'll be able to rotate it around that specific angle. Of course, you can choose a direction here, and you can change direction, whatever you want to do, depending on what you want to do. You can make use of these handles as well, but again, you'll need to make sure that you do it correctly. Okay, so again, there's a few errors. Okay, but this is because there's the two extrudes. Yeah, let's suppress one of them. Yeah, it's just because the two extrudes. Let me see. Mirror this. Okay, so yeah. So again, you can see that the sketch is right. But what I want you guys to notice is that the orientation of the sketch also differs when you do that. So you have to just be careful of when you rotate, making use of that. But again, you can add another datum CCs, and then of course you can specify the direction of the axis as it should be. So if a student if you're drawing something like this on the wrong plane, use the move object command to basically just move the object to the desired location. In this case, let's make it 90 again, and then you will see that it does not affect your tree as much or at all. Okay, so that's how you would handle whenever you draw something in the wrong orientation. That's how you would typically approach it. And of course, you can hide this and place a new datum coordinate system and set it to the work coordinate, set the work coordinates to the datum coordinate system, and so on and so on and so on. But yeah, that's how you would handle something like that. Thank you for watching.